Hello guys, welcome to GizzyFix. So if you haven't guessed already, I am a massive Resident Evil fan and I also love the Xbox 360, and when you put those two together you get something special. So I've always wanted one of the limited edition Resident Evil 5 Xbox 360s, but I managed to snag one for a tenner. Pretty much it just won't boot up. I get a green flash from the indicator light when it does start, and with a little bit of research that's told me that it's actually something to do with the capacitors. So I took a wild guess, opened it up, and lo and behold, yeah, the capacitors are knackered and it's generally not in a great state. How someone can let a console like this go to pot, I really don't know. But here you can see the capacitors themselves are all leaking. They're all almost rusting, really. The board's dirty, it's dusty, so it's time to go to work. So the first thing is I need to get them off, and that's challenging enough. But after a while, bit of work, I can start to soak everything up, get it nice and clean, ready to start applying the new capacitors. Now once I'm happy I've got every single capacitor off and it's nice and clean, I can start to put the new ones back on. A little bit of a challenge with this board was it's actually quite thick, so it absolutely absorbs all the heat like you wouldn't believe. So a heat gun was the only way I could melt the solder effectively, but after a while it did go, but I was very cautious not to get anything too hot. So as soon as it was in, I got the heat gun straight off of it as best I could. And I don't think they look too bad. So once they're all soldered, they're into place, they're good to go. Now's the time I can start to snip the legs and start to clean everything up to make sure it's all good to go. Right, let's get this console put back together and see if any of that recapping and all that work has actually paid off. So here we go, first test, and I get the red light. So that's super. So somewhere I've not caught something or there's still an issue with the board, so let's open it back up. Now I thought I might as well check the CPU and the GPU, and lo and behold, when I took off the heatsink, all these capacitors are the ones I changed, and look at these two right here. They were the ones I missed. I couldn't see them because of the way the heatsinks are designed. They actually hide underneath. There was nowhere to see it. So we could be onto a winner. But first I need to clean everything up and actually get all this gunk off so I can put new thermal paste on, because I might as well make everything nice and clean and redo all the thermal paste while I got it open. And I was a little bit worried about the state of the GPU and things like that, but I mean, it's not too bad. Yeah, I wanted it cleaner than that, but it's clean enough. And we've changed those two capacitors as well. So now really is the time. So if it doesn't work now, I'm not too sure. We'll have to go back to the drawing board. Now let's start to get the heat sinks fixed back on. Get the funny X clamps. I don't know why they chose these things. It's a very strange design, but you know, what do I know? I'm just an average bloke. And once the X clamps are back on, then we can start to fix the GPU heatsink on. And you can see right there why I couldn't see it. But I should have been more thorough, to be fair. So let's get this put back together nice and quick. Excuse the mess. What we need is that power brick light to go green, because what it does is run a test, basically a built-in test, make sure the board's okay before it starts delivering a lot of power. And there we go. We get the green light. Does it boot? Yes, it does. Honestly, I was so happy. I had to cut the audio out of this because I was actually yelling quite loud. Don't know why, but I grabbed Sega Rally. So the question is now, will it read a disc? I've checked everything on the board and it's in pretty poor state, but I'm not too sure the drive, how that looks. Let's see. And it actually plays a game, and amazingly, it plays it really well. Genuinely shocked that the drive still works. I did open up the drive, give it a bit of a clean. Other than that, it didn't look too bad, which was mad. So now for a proper test, I actually run the console for about 90 minutes, cleaned everything as best I could, all the heatsink, got all the dust out, and then cleaned all the outer parts as well. The only thing I wasn't happy with is I had to use a bit of a scourer to get paint off. I don't know why it had paint on it. Such a shame, but from there, you can't really see it. And I was very gentle when I did it, even though I was scouring it with something quite coarse. But we've taken a completely knackered Xbox 360 console, limited edition Resident Evil that's been discarded, didn't work, and we've brought it back to life, and she is good to go, and I was so happy. So yeah, there we are guys, short, sharp and sweet, but hopefully you enjoyed it, and we've resurrected this console back from the dead, and I could not be happier to have a limited edition Resident Evil 360 in my collection. But yeah, now I just need to do a playthrough of Resident Evil 5. That'd be cool, or just wait for the remake. But yep, there we go guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope you're doing well, and who knows, maybe I'll see you in the next one. Take care.